Hello, hello, hi, welcome to What in the Raid, where we discuss all things Raid Shadow Legends. For today, I want to look at a little bit of an account upgrade. I have been stockpiling arena medals for quite a while now, and I just want to take one row for each affinity and just take it as far up as I can. Now, I know I'm hovering over crit damage, and I seriously considered it. HB defense attack, I already get a nice bonus from my arena tier for those. So while I do want to take them to max one day, that is not going to be my first priority. And when we were discussing hero stats, we obviously looked at how resistance is one of the last stats that anyone builds. It's treated like a luxury. It's also really, really hard, especially when you consider the accumulative value that can come from crit damage and accuracy. So it was definitely going to be in these three rows. Now, I am very much tempted by resistance, but I'm not going to do it because, quite frankly, I really want to just be a little bit better at applying those debuffs. I have built and gained so many support champions that accuracy is actually the stat that I'm gravitating the most towards. I have a ton of crit damage and crit rate gear. Again, tempted, but I ultimately decided not to go for this because of just how much I have in my gear inventory and accuracy. That will always be a benefit to get that as high as possible. So let's just have a quick look at one of my heroes and we can do a little comparative update afterwards. Let's have a look at Padraig. So right now his accuracy is at 231. I've got an additional 10 already coming from the affinity bonus and 12 from his mastery. So that's 22 points right there. And a total of 209 obviously coming from artifacts and accessories. So let's spend some medals. And that's me maxed out. So I've got 6 for Force and Void and 5 for Magic and Spirit. So that's not terrible. We've got an additional, I think, 30 points there just off the bat. Let's have a look at what that has done to good old Padraig. I now have 251 accuracy. So that's an additional 20 points of accuracy. Now, that would be the same for both him and someone like Loki in the Spirit faction, but when we're looking at Force, 40. That's an additional 30 just applied off the bat there. So I definitely have a lot more arena work to do to get that to max. Obviously, I should be having a look at maxing maybe just 1 or 2 like I did with attack over here to get these like missions completed for Ramantu and Marius, but overall, all of this is going to take me a lot of time. I am not in any rush, and it does accumulate as long as the actual objective is completed. You don't have to complete it as fresh. So that is a nice little account update, guys, and that is just a nice little reminder as to why we even participate in the classic arena. Live arena as well, a similar sort of mechanic. It just applies to area bonus instead of an overall all Euros affinity type bonus. I will be honest, we're in a very frustrating section. Whenever we go into these seasons, and they do last a while, it is a free-for-all. It is so frustrating to go up against people who have been playing for 5, 6, 7 years, or whales, level 50 accounts with 5 mythics. It is really, really hard to go up against them in these open seasons. However, once this is done, you're going to go back into a tier, and that doesn't last very long, but the tiers, there you will go up against other players who have similar rankings to you, and as such, the battles will be a lot more balanced. You will learn a lot more. So if all you do is kind of maintain a specific rank and make sure that you fight maybe once a day so as you don't start losing your live arena points and wait for this season to complete and then come back and participate when you've actually been ranked into a tier, by all means, that's a lot more satisfying and you'll get far more wins. For me, I am trying to wrap up Quintus. I am 10 points away. That's a minimum of 2 wins in a row. Obviously, there's Never any guarantee of that, so I am fighting as hard as possible. But the moment I have them, I will maybe participate in this once or twice a day, and then only come back when I'm ranked. So just a nice little side quest here. I was actually just going to look at the Great Hall and affinity bonuses and ranking up some accuracy, but that got me into a little tangent, and I thought that would be worthwhile. So thank you very much again for joining us today. Happy raiding out there, and bye, 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 bye.